Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser.
I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's Beta time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
It's Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host of Truth to Power, Kyle Wallace, and we're coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. It is Friday, or to be punny, Friday. Weather's not very good, but it's a little warm outside still. Not what I want. I don't want clouds and rain during July. I want nice, hot weather during July. But again, this is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That is 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Let me do it myself here. Going to The Truth. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you get us a subscribe. And I got to figure out what we're going to title today's show. Oh, yes. I don't know yet. Make sure, again, y'all subscribe and give us a thumbs up as we are less than 50 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers on our road to 5,000 subscribers. And as always, you can call in, text in at 833-212-1017. That is 833-212-1017. Well, Truth Nation, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was already feeling good today. I got my show done a little early today. I had less distractions today. So I got my show done around like 11 o'clock. And then, of course, people started talking to me. And I planned on returning something. You know, I've been going crazy on Amazon Prime Day. And I know I shouldn't be shopping at Amazon, but I make exceptions. I don't do Target, as Ben and Carrie's talking about. I ain't been to Target all year. Well, not quite. I haven't been to Target since the end of January. The fast started in February. But I had to go to Amazon. I was going to return something to Amazon. Then I got caught in the hallway talking. So now I got like 2 days to get this returned. Huh, Rhea? Boycott. I thought they called it a fast. Oh, shout out to Rhea Riley on the ones and twos.
Hey, what's up?
The boycott was supposed to be for 30 days. I thought it was a 30-day fast. That's what they called it initially. Pastor Jamal Bryant said 30-day fast. I don't know. I'm just cutting them out completely. But then I'm walking to come down to the show, and all the little youngins up there. I'm the old guy in the office now. Because, like, when you get to your mid-30s, I'm part of the wave of GKB. There's 3 waves of Good Karma brands. There's the waves of the OGs of Good Karma brands from, like, 97. And then you have the other OGs that came in the late, like 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now you got a new wave of kids coming in. New wave of kids say, hey, Kyle, y'all sure look good. I said, oh, thank y'all. They said, you looking fly. I said, man, y'all know how to make a fella feel good. I said, thank you.
Somebody was lying.
They wasn't lying. They didn't have to say it. They did not have to say it. But anyways, let's get right into the topic for today. So I did not think anything of this, but I guess I have a problem. See, I didn't think I had a problem, but according to those around me, I may have a little bit of a problem. I'm going to tell y'all about the problem I may have at the end of this segment. And I want y'all feedback to know if this is something, I was right on or if there's something wrong with me. Because I didn't think anything of it until I was called out for it. I'll get into that story a little bit later, but first I want to start off talking about some good things to share. It's been a week. It has been a week, Truth Nation. We all know that. And earlier this week, I talked about some unfortunate events that occurred in our city and our community over the past weekend at Summerfest. And it got me talking about the overall state of our black community here, black youth, I should say, here in Milwaukee. I then talked about some solutions by bringing up what happened in Baltimore, Maryland, as they have seen a significant decrease in crime this year due to the comprehensive plan that they developed geared towards the youth and young adults. And so with that all being said, today I received an email from a place called Holmes University, Holmes University. Now, usually I get these emails with press releases and I just delete them or I look at them, I keep moving. I get inundated with so many emails, it's ridiculous. Every single day I'm like, I don't unsubscribe from this. How did I get on this list? But for some reason, something about this Holmes University email made me say, let me dabble and see what this actually is. I decided that maybe I should take the time to open this and I'll read this email. Well, let me tell y'all, Truth Nation, as I told y'all about the fact that we need to create a comprehensive plan to make sure that our youth has something to do to keep them out of trouble. Though we need to still have a plan, what I saw from Holmes University was something I thought I should share with you all. And I'm going to do that since it's Friday, and I want to give y'all good vibes going into this Friday until we start talking about MCTS, Milwaukee County Transit System, and the mess they got going on. But Holmes University is a free 2-week youth summer camp hosted at the Urban Ecology Center at Washington Park starting Monday, July 14th until Friday, July 25th, 10 a.m. to 2:30 every weekday. And if you have interest in this Holmes University, you can visit holmesuniversity.com to sign your child up for this camp. Now, this camp is an innovative camp that offers 70 local youth hands-on learning in real estate, entrepreneurship, and leadership while also nurturing their mental, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being through daily wellness practices and nature-based programming. This program reached its full capacity under 12 hours, it says something like this. Focus on the youth. I don't even know what that means. But again, visit holmesuniversity.com to sign your child up for this. So I decided I wanted to be positive with that because, I talked about some problems, but again, I want to be solution-based. Now, also with some fun things going on today, or not really today, have y'all seen this trend on social media with SeaWorld? Rhea, have you seen what's been going on with SeaWorld? And so if you haven't, I'm going to go to SeaWorld for the next bit of positivity. SeaWorld in San Diego to be exact, which has officially announced their 2025 Summer Spectacular concert lineup. Matter of fact, I should have used some music on this, but oh well. Now, their lineup is featuring a star-studded roster of legendary R&B, hip-hop, and rap talent from the 90s and early 2000s. And the summer concert series is taking place every Saturday night from June 21st to August 23rd. And this is where it had me, because I saw it on social media. I said, dang, look at this. It will feature performances from artists like iconic artists such as Soulja Boy, Watch Me You, Watch Me You. You remember that, don't you, Rhea? Bow Wow, Baby Bash, Waka Flocka Flame, the Yin Yang Twins, and so many more, bringing the best hits of the era to life. And so for me, when I saw this, I'm all for it. I would love the opportunity to get the best of both worlds. It's being able to go see caged animals with washed up artists. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do. So I really think it's pretty cool that they're definitely doing this. And I thought it was hilarious that they were having, that SeaWorld is having these different concerts. When you saw, what went to your mind when you saw the different artists performing at SeaWorld?
Oh, I only saw the Yin Yang Twins perform, and I loved it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Yin Yang Twins is definitely, they're elderly now. Oh boy, one of them looked like he got that limp with his walk, kind of waddle a little bit because he's so old.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. The artists that we love are now old. Well, I don't know if we love the Yin Yang Twins. Well, no, we did.
I mean, who doesn't love the
Whisper song? To the window, to the walls. So yeah, I definitely had a love the Yin Yang Twins, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Is again seeing these artists washed up who are way beyond their prime being able to perform in San Diego should be fun. So I just thought that was something interesting that I saw.
Would you go to that? If we had one here.
Oh, we had a SeaWorld here and we had a concert with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I know SeaWorld's pretty awful because it's so sad because the dolphins are swimming in circles and people think it's cute. No, they're confused. They're confused of why they have to continue to swim in these circles. They want more space.
I mean, it is the best one we have, like as far as like aquariums go.
Oh, SeaWorld
I think San Diego's like the best. Either San Diego or San Francisco, one of the two are the best ones.
Oh, I didn't know they had a SeaWorld. I know they had one in Orlando.
Yeah, it's one that's in Finding Nemo, Finding Dory.
Yeah, Dory was free at first, wasn't she?
She was free, but she went to the San Diego Aquarium Zoo situation.
Probably went crazy.
Yeah.
She probably went, I forgot how the story goes. I just remember, Dory was a little slow. No, Dory wasn't slow. Who was the slow one?
It's Dory.
Oh, that's why she got lost.
Yeah, memory loss.
There was that's right. Because goldfish have memory loss.
But she's not, no.
Okay.
Just watch a movie, never mind.
No, I'm probably not. Not until I have children. And lastly, y'all, now I'll get to the story of me being a problem. And I didn't think I was a problem. I thought what I did was the right thing to do. And I didn't think nothing of it. And I was just sharing a story simply because I thought it was, I said, hey, baby, look at this. And so I'm sitting here on my phone, minding my own business. And I got a text message yesterday. So y'all know how much I love family. And y'all know how much I care about them. But yesterday, my 13-year-old little cousin randomly hit me up simply saying this. All I saw was, Kyle, I need some money. I saw it. I chuckled. I laughed. I said, oh, that's funny. Me too, little girl. But I didn't. I was in the middle of the workday making the money, working hard to earn money. And so I just continued on my workday. But then when I finally had a moment, I responded. Now, Rhea, how do you think I responded to my wonderful, amazing little cousin that I love so much? Oh, I'd give her the world if I could.
He said, hell no.
No, I mean, come on. I ain't cussing in front of babies. Dang, that's the way you think of me? You think I'm just going to shut a kid down like that? You don't think I got a heart? You think I'm heartless, Rhea?
I 1,000% think you shut that kid down.
You 1,000%? Is something wrong with it? Do I have a bad reputation or perception about me? My goodness. You think I shut down a 13-year-old?
I just know you ain't giving that kid no money.
Well, I mean, maybe not, which is interesting. Now, y'all may not know me. Obviously, Rhea knows me. Y'all may or may not know me and how I get down when it comes to being a giver. I give love. I give attention. I give encouragement. I give ideas, I give plans, I give hugs, I give space to hang out, but also I give life lessons. I'm also willing to give cash in some moments. I am, for a birthday maybe, for graduation. They know for graduation. Now, I give you money I give you $100 for graduation. I give you $100 for graduation. You get $100 from cousin Kyle when you graduate from college, not from high school. I'm not giving you money for graduating from high school because that's the expectation. I'm sorry. That to me, for some, maybe that's an accomplishment. For me, that's part of the journey. That's just part of the journey. I don't know why you're looking at me like that, Rhea. Graduating from high school is literally something that you dang near have to do.
But you didn't give them nothing to set them up for college, though?
Congratulations. I actually give them a credit card. I put a credit card. I make them an authorized user on my credit card, and I tell them, this is your chance to learn responsibility. You only use it in emergencies. If you use it, you need to pay me back.
All your baby cousins? You did it for everybody?
Every time they graduate from high school, that is their gift. I got three of them. I was too young for the one, thank goodness, because he would have just told me, he would have ran up a bill like $1,000 and said, cuz I don't know what to tell you, cuz. And then if they mess up, I tell them, don't use the card anymore. You made a mistake. You can't touch that card until you pay me back. I will pay your bill, but then you need to find a way to pay me back.
You don't take them off the card, though?
No, because I want to help build their credit. I want to be good toward these kids. I want to be good towards them. Now, back to my little cousin. Now, my little cousin asked me, said, I need some money. And my response to I need some money, you know what I said, Rhea? You need a job. That's what I told her. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I was just like, I wasn't being fun. I said laughing about her saying I need some money, but I was saying she need a job. Listen, at 13, I was working. I was doing scorekeeping for Baylou. At OW Holmes School, I was doing scorekeeping. I was a scorekeeper. I was making some money. I was working a job. So I said, you know what? You need a job. And I felt like it was a great moment, a great teaching moment, a great lesson. So, I responded with that message. Now, I didn't think nothing of it until I got a call. But not a call. Until my girl, I was telling her the story. And when I told her the story what happened, she told me that is the most Kyle Wallace thing that you can ever do. She said that is the most Kyle Wallace thing you could do. You told a 13-year-old who reached out to you about some money. You didn't ask her what she needed it for. You just told her she needed a job. I said, what's she asking me for money? And then I went on to tell her the reason she asked me for money because she spoiled her behind last week. She had the whole world when she was at our house. And I said I love her, but I said she do need a job. And so then I said, okay, baby girl. I said, what do you need it for? She told me what she needed for. She said, I only need $10. I said, I got $10 for you, girl. I got $10 for you.
I'm going to say, dang.
I got $10 for you. You can't just randomly hit nobody up talking about I need some money. So I told her, I got you.
Shut her down before you let her ask no question, just immediately no.
Listen, let that be a lesson to everybody in Truth Nation. I don't know if I'm wrong. 833-212-1017. Am I wrong? Is there anything wrong with telling a teenager to get a job so they can buy the stuff they want? How else should somebody respond? She ain't like she's 6 years old or 7 years old. She is 13. She can get a job. She can go do something. I can have her pick the weeds in my yard, but the only problem is I'm not a big fan of women doing like that type of labor. Maybe, planting stuff, but not ripping stuff out. So I said, I ain't got nothing for her to do.
I'm picking up some weeds.
I don't believe in women having to do all that extra hard labor.
But also, why didn't you start with, okay, well, what do you need the money for? And we can earn it.
Because I'm working on that. I am. You want an honesty moment before we go to break? You want a full honesty moment? A couple of days ago when you came in, I texted you. Remember I texted you? Now, if you know anything about me, Rhea, I was your supervisor for a little bit. A lot of times, I don't really, I just react to the problem. I just see something, I'm like, what the hell? And so what I've been working on, what, Kyle, before you get frustrated, maybe there's a reason why. You should ask why. I've been asking why first. And so when I text you, I didn't say, Rhea, what the hell? I said, is everything okay?
Which I didn't actually expect.
Yeah, is everything okay? Because I'm working on being less accusatory and more like, hey, maybe something happened. People have things that happen, and you told me what happened. There's a reason behind it. And I said, Kyle, you just need to, you be on 10 because I set the bar. So, I'm not perfect by any means, but I just get the job done. That's my thing. And so that's all I want. And so, I've been working on it. So I acknowledge with my little cousin, maybe I should have approached her a little bit different. She is only 13. She is precious, beautiful, and going to be a future star, whatever she decides she's going to do, whether it's academics, whether it's sports, whether it's clubs. She's amazing. She's going to be incredible. But she also going to know she need to get her behind the job. But I don't know if I was wrong, Truth Nation. Was I wrong for telling a teenager to go ahead and get a job? 833-212-1017. I see y'all in the YouTube chat. I see, boy, I see y'all going in on me too. I'm going to read some of y'all responses on the other side as well. But my story for the day was my little cousin asked me for some money. She texted me, said, I need some money. And I said, you need a job, to a 13-year-old. I was told it's a little bit too rude to say to a 13-year-old. But was I wrong in the message of telling kids that, hey, if you want something in life, you got to have a little responsibility. You can earn anything you want. America has a lot of jobs, especially now she ain't doing this job, but especially like the Trump administration said, they're going to ship out all those migrants and all them folks on Medicaid can go right to them fields and start picking them plants. But 833-212-1017. Is there anything wrong with telling a teenager to get a job and not ask you for money? 833-212-1017. We'll wrap up this conversation, and also we'll start talking about the Milwaukee County Transit System and how they're a complete mess, and some folks are looking to go on strike, and I don't know why. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be joined by Trelly Mack, CEO of Hard Labor Entertainment, and we will discuss his thriving clothing brand and how he went from an entertainer to a successful clothing designer simply by networking with the right people. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Hard Labor Entertainment this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Ever had a question about local services, neighborhood events, civic engagement, or ways to get more involved in the community and just didn't know who to ask? That is where 1MKE comes in. 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition helping Milwaukee residents to find trusted information and easy opportunities to get civically engaged. Want to plug into a neighborhood event, find community services, give back through volunteering? 1MKE is here to help. Learn more and get involved and fill out their community feedback survey at 1mke.org. That is 1mke.org. We are 1MKE. Truth Nation, you already know I got to put you on the latest hookup at Nicavanis, and this one is big. All month long during July, Nicavanis is running their buy one, get one for a penny sale. That's right. Grab one item and get another one for just 1 cent. We're talking top-tier fashion like suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more that will have you stepping out looking sharp and turning heads. Some exclusions may apply, but the deal is real and only happening for the month of July. So don't wait and pull up to Nicavanis on the second floor of Mayfair Mall and level up your wardrobe while this deal lasts.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
A big weekend coming up for 1017 The Truth, and kicking off the weekend tonight is our second annual Beyond the Mic Happy Hour Social Mixer from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Mr. B's. Mr. B's is located at 8617 West Brown Deer Road in Milwaukee. Start your weekend off connecting with hosts, producers, and fellow fans of The Truth. I will be there. Sherwin will be there. Benjamin will be there. So many more folks will be there. You can come and enjoy great food, great drinks, music, and a relaxing environment. We will also be giving away some big prizes, y'all. Brewers tickets, a Chula Vista Resort experience, and more. Once again, that's the Beyond the Mics Happy Hour Social Series coming back this Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Mr. B's, all part of a big weekend courtesy of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Make sure you always support Mr. B's. 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talking text line. You can also watch and stream us live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. And on the other side, I was having a conversation talking about the fact that my little cousin, who I love and adore, 13, she hit me up yesterday. She said, "What up, cuz? I need some money." Actually, she didn't say, "What up, cuz?" She just said, "Kyle, I need some money." And my response was, "Ha, you need a job." Now, Rhea obviously thinks I was wrong for that, I'm assuming. She thinks I was wrong for it. My girl thought I was wrong for it. And I want to know what you think, Truth Nation. Am I wrong for telling a young, up-and-coming 13-year-old impressionable individual, having her learn a life lesson of you have to work in order to get money? 833-212-1017. Sir Chan said, "Yes, Sir Kyle Wallace. You may be all good, loving things within the family arena, including but not limited to advocating nepotism. But when it comes to your constituents, the general consensus is that you are very skewed. Damn! Shrewd. Occasionally heartless. Damn! Grossly insensitive. Wow! When it comes to compromising for others, yet you're very, very much adamant about your knack for being and staying politically correct and strictly doggone book on the professional level." Oh wow! I don't even know if that was that a compliment? I think that was a compliment. It was like one of them things like, "Yeah, you were shrewd." I mean, I think that was a compliment. Thank you, Sir Chance.
Yeah, barely.
It was. Listen, if that's the perception that I'm shrewd and sometimes grossly insensitive to compromising for others and their issues and problems, and okay, that's another thing I learned. This show ain't about that. But another thing I learned being in charge and a leader is emotions. Rhea's a great actually, Rhea, you're a great example because I think you got a really good opportunity to get to know each other. And boy, oh boy, I am not one that knows how to work with people's emotions. I think I'm very so much like I'm very, it's black and white. I had to learn that you have to care and feel for other people. See, the thing is, coming up for me, I grew up in the Wallace household. And let me tell you something about the Wallaces. My mama and dad, they went to work. They woke up and they went to work. My dad worked for the city, so what did he do when excess snow came? He was a supervisor. He had to get up. He had to go to work. 3 o'clock in the morning, he got the call, "Hey, we got to get up and go to work." That's what they did. My mom was administrator. She had to get up, go to work all the time, work during the summers. And so I'm just, I just like, hey, you just got to do what you got to do. So, yeah, maybe I am a little jaded a little bit with that. My best friend, Sincere on the 1017 The Truth on YouTube said, in other words, Sincere Ronnie Ray Real says, "In other words, you're cheap. LOL. Be for real." I'm pretty cheap. I agree with you, Sincere. And you know what, Sincere? I know you be coming for me, but I love you, Sincere. I appreciate all the love and how engaged you are with 1017 The Truth, man. I really do appreciate that. And you're right, I am cheap. Reginald Jones said, "Kyle, they need to learn something. You learn something, you earn something." And so, again, an creation muse said, "Working for it creates work ethic." Absolutely, absolutely. And then also somebody else on the Truth Talking text line said, "I would have said, go sweep those stairs or go wash dishes and take out the trash, and then the funds will be released." I feel you, I feel you, I feel you. My only issue is this. And then I'm going to get to the call. We're going to move on talking about MCTS. My biggest issue is this, and this is what my biggest fear is that I don't treat boys and girls the same. I really don't. I think girls don't need to be doing too much. I do believe a woman's role is to definitely tend to the house. I think they, inside the house, and men do outside the house. But I can't. If I have daughters, I'm in trouble because I'm not going to make them do too much stuff. I ain't having my daughter take out trash. Even washing the dishes would be much, having to see my precious little daughters wash dishes. I don't want them to lift a finger. They're a little princess.
Bro, the way I had to be outside picking weeds, mowing the lawn, washing dishes, taking out the trash.
That's why you mad now.
Who said I'm
mad? The way you snapped on Dr. Ken today. Yeah, I said it.
I even snap on him.
Dr. Ken said, hello. He said, "Good afternoon, Rhea." Rhea said, "What?" Something off. What's wrong? Why are you so happy, Dr. Ken?
I can't be on high alert because it's out of the norm.
Dr. Ken told her good morning. She said, ooh, something ain't right. You seem a little bit too chirpy and perky right now. What happened? What's going on? 833-212-1017. Should we put these kids to work? Brian from Milwaukee, what do you think?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a 13-year-old female learning how to cut grass or change a tire as long as she's got a little strength to her. If she's super skinny or something like that, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't require her to do anything too physically challenging. But, yeah, there's nothing wrong with teaching them some life skills because some of these kids that she's going to be around, some of the men that she'll be around when she grow up may not know how to do those soft skills either. But it's funny how you mention family and how you treat them. I'm just curious, why haven't you mentioned the passing of your cousin, Nate White?
Oh, yes. That is, yeah. So, to be honest, wow, I wasn't expecting that, Brian. And
I've been trying to get at you about this for about a week. Yeah, to me, it's mysterious.
No, to be completely honest, so basically what happened was with my family is that my cousin Pat, Nate White, I am cousins with Nate White. I'm not gonna act like we super tight, but Nate and my cousin Jordan Turner, who played for Wisconsin, both played at Wisconsin together. Nate played with my little cousins at Rufus King High School. And when my one cousin who's older passed away, and then Nate tragically passed away out of nowhere, I didn't feel like I wanted to bring that on air because of the fact that I know his parents. Shout out to his parents. I mean, I saw him at Juneteenth. I just felt like that was something it's already sad enough to even have to deal with that, and knowing what that side of the family has to deal with, and then what my little cousins, who are from one cousin's flying up today to be able to go to the funeral tomorrow down from Memphis, who plays basketball down there. I to be honest, I just didn't want to. It's sad enough, and I didn't want to bring. For those who are listening who know the situation, I just felt like I didn't want to bring more sorrow and sadness, because to lose a son, the way that the family did, it's sad. It's very sad to lose a kid who's, I think Nate was 20 or 21 years old. The way that they, just suddenly lost him, and it was just something I didn't want to really bring up. Man, I'm not a big death guy. I don't like handling death, and in this situation, this scenario. Seeing a kid who, when I talk about incredible on the football field, but even better human being, quiet after football games. Yeah. Me and his family and my cousin. Yeah, we used to go get food after games that we went to at Madison. And my auntie and uncle who live in Michigan, they used to go with the Whites, Nate's parents, to go to go eat after every single game. So it was devastating. I literally found out the news a couple days after my one cousin passed away. I literally found out the news. I never forget when I called my mom. She told me, I'll call you back, and I knew something was wrong. But yeah, it's just sad. So I appreciate you, Brian. I didn't realize you knew that was my cousin.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you did the game.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
Getting signed with Wisconsin.
That's right. So yeah. But yeah, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. And yeah, that was. That came out of left field for me. I purposely had avoided all of that, but no. Thoughts out to the family. Let me tell you. You know what's crazy is that sad. At Juneteenth, I saw his parents at Juneteenth, and I remember I was on air and I waved at him. I talked about the Whites in my family, not the white folks, the Whites, huge family. It's a whole bunch of them, and literally days later he passed away, and so just sad. But we can refocus and get back to the good stuff and having some fun. I appreciate Brian. I appreciate everybody from Truth Nation calling in and chiming in. But when we come back on the other side, we're going to lighten up the mood. Well, not so much. But we're going to talk about Milwaukee County Transit System and the strike that is impending, and why I think is absolutely crazy right now to be thinking that the bus drivers, who I support, I appreciate y'all, are thinking about striking at a time where MCTS doesn't have any money. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about what is happening with MCTS and why I think they are out of their dang mind.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Hey everybody, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I got to tell you about one of my absolute favorite places in the city, Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, located on the northwest side of Milwaukee at 8617 West Brown Deer Road. Mr. B's is your go-to destination for comfort food, an incredible drink menu, and live music that keeps the vibes going all night long. So whether you're winding down or if you want to turn up, Mr. B's has the flavor, the energy, and the atmosphere you've been looking for. Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, privileged to serve.
Ready for more fun?
More friendships?
More adventures?
Then it's time to become a Girl Scout.
Explore the outdoors, meet forever friends, and make a difference in your community. Sign up for our extended year membership today. Girls can join for $98 and adults for $42. Start in April and enjoy up to 5 extra months of fun. The extended year membership is April 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, followed by a regular membership year. So what are you waiting for?
Join us and be a Girl Scout.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers are back tonight after a well-deserved rest day, and they're riding high, sweeping the Dodgers in 3 straight earlier this week.
Yates brings home the pitch. And a ground ball through the left side, into left field for a base hit. Frelick trots home, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers here this afternoon in Milwaukee.
The dominant performance pushed their momentum into tonight's opener as they begin a 3-game home series against the Washington Nationals. The Brewers sit at 53-40 on the year. Jemary Bouye sank a buzzer beater Thursday night to give Milwaukee Bucks a 90-89 comeback win in Summer League. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Aye. What? Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm Kyle Wallace, the host of Truth to Power. 833-212-1017. That is the talk and text line. You can always watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Now, I'm just going to get right into it. So I did a show months ago about how it may be time for us to privatize our Milwaukee County Transit System. And I did that because they continue to run a deficit. They continue to talk about how they don't have money. They continue to find ways. They want to find ways to be able to fund it, right? And I believe they used some money. Let me not be misquoted, but I think they got some money from the government to help fund some of the business operations that they have. But when you think about a real business, if you're running a deficit as a real business, you can't continue to run that business because it's not good business dealings running a deficit. That's bad. That's how businesses go out of business. That's how people lose jobs. Now, news broke at the end of last week about how MCTS, the Milwaukee County Transit System, is running a $10.9 million budget gap for this year. There are so many things and factors that go into this, but a $10.9 million budget deficit, no bueno, no good, all bad. It's all bad. Listen, you don't want to be in that when you are running a county transit system. I don't know how many deductions you can take financially for that. But the reason they're running this $10.9 million budget gap is because of the fact that 33% of people who get on the bus evade having to pay bus fare. That's a problem. They are also offering too many service hours and too many routes, which is not matching ridership. So they have too many routes that they're using that doesn't match ridership. They are paying way too much in overtime costs, which is self-inflicted to an extent. And then on top of that, all this chaos and failure of leadership has led to multiple people at the Milwaukee County Transit System to step down from their position. Earlier this week, Julie Esch, the interim president and CEO of MCTS, recently resigned. And that resignation followed behind Donna Brown Martin, the former executive director of MCTS, who ran the day-to-day operation for MCTS, resigning as well, I want to say last week or 2 weeks ago. So with all this controversy and all this debt and all the unknown for the future status of bus drivers in the MCTS, the bus drivers who I support because they do a great job and they have to deal with a lot are demanding more money and more security. WISN 12 has the story about what the pending strike is, or the pending strike that may be coming to MCTS with the bus drivers.
Now to the potential looming bus strike in Milwaukee. 98% of union drivers voting last night in support of a strike. 12 News' Kendall Keys is live at the bus stop at 16th and Wisconsin. Kendall, contract negotiations are happening right now, and their current contract is up at the end of the month.
Right, Blake, and union officials say for this new contract, they don't think they're asking for more than they deserve. Still, both sides have failed to come to an agreement, and a strike could be on the horizon.
I'm always on the bus.
For Lydia Johnson, the Milwaukee County Transit System buses are more than a ride.
That's what I rely on a lot, the bus.
The bus, a path to independence.
Living in a senior building, it's right there at the bus stop. You know, it's reliable. It's my transportation.
And Stephen Coleman depends on the bus to clock in.
I've been taking it to work, but if the strike happens, it's going to affect how I'm going to get to work.
Union members filling out ballots Wednesday. The union saying 98% voted yes in favor of a strike.
The members are frustrated.
Negotiations continuing after that vote, but still no agreement late Thursday. Union VP Michael Brown says his drivers deserve more pay and better security.
We're not asking for no more than what we deserve.
I feel they deserve it. They deserve it. They put up with a lot.
MCTS workers have been here before. In 2015, union drivers walked off the job for a 3-day work stoppage.
We're not doing that. You know when we come and you know when we end. We're just going to do a full-blown strike.
What would you do if there was a strike and you had no bus?
I have no clue whatsoever, and I've been thinking about that myself.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to be mad as hell because Uber and Lyft has cost too much. I got to go my butt.
So, Kendall, the union is requesting higher pay, but we have to mention this is coming as MCTS is already dealing with a massive budget deficit.
Right, Blake, nearly $11 million. MCTS also estimating they lost $4 million last year from fare evasion. MCTS and the union have been in talks all day. We know they will also be tomorrow. It's not clear when or if drivers could walk off the job.
So this is my whole thing. Listen, again, I support hardworking people. And again, I understand the job that people have, the bus drivers at MCTS. I support y'all. But we can't be doing this every 5 years. 5 years ago, they were threatening to to have a strike. And 10 years ago, they actually had a strike for 3 days. And again, we can't have this happen. And the problem I have is that at this juncture of time, we can't afford to be paying more money into a system that is already failing. Yes, I believe there is the safety and well-being of these bus drivers is something that should be addressed. But at this point in time, when they are running a deficit of $11 million, they have the audacity to ask for more money. You got to understand there's a time and a place for everything. And, you know, I get a little sick and tired of all the mismanagement, and I understand they probably sick and tired of the mismanagement as well. And demanding for change to happen, you can ask for there to be better management, but you can't ask for more money at this time because guess what? MCTS, Milwaukee County Transit System, is broke right now. They don't have money. They don't have funds. They're running a humongous deficit. There is a budget shortfall of almost $11 million. At a certain point, we need to, again, have a reality conversation, a real conversation about the fact that we can't afford to pay what we're paying right now. So what makes people who are trying to strike think that we should be able to give them more money? And I get it. I get why people get so annoyed with folks who are in the unions. I come from a union household. I support unions, but dang, it seems like unions is about to go on strike every couple years. I personally am not willing to pay more in taxes for these folks to make more money because I want y'all to know there's a livable way. I'm not here to tell people they make enough money because I don't know what your lifestyle is. But also, I want people to understand that I want them to make a livable wage in which, when you do a little real research, you can see they make a livable wage. A lot of those folks who are working there are making, they say, on average about $60,000 a year. I think they start around $55,000 a year. So again, that ain't rich. But when you look at how much the average salary is for those in Wisconsin, they're above the average salary of those in Wisconsin. And then if they have a household income, they may have more than that. So I'm just saying is that everybody has to make a career decision. And when you made a career decision for the career path you want to go down, you have to evaluate how much money you're going to make. When I decided that I wanted to work in radio, initially, I went to college for broadcast journalism. When I made the decision that I wanted to work in broadcast journalism, I understood that I was probably going to have to take a low-paying job in the middle of nowhere in order to get my foot in the door. That is just what I accepted. I also knew if I was going to work in TV or radio, more than likely, I wasn't going to make a lot of money. I wasn't going to be a six-figures guy. I wasn't going to make $250,000, $300,000. I wasn't going into sales. I was going into a career field that typically isn't one that makes people rich. And again, not saying the folks from MCTS, the bus drivers, wow, not trying to say they're trying to get rich. What I'm saying is the fact that they make a pretty livable wage here in Wisconsin. So for me, yes, you should definitely want to ask for raises, but understand that a raise is not guaranteed. And to potentially hold up and hold hostage individuals who need the bus but are already working with a bus system that is running a deficit, and so now you're thinking about striking, now going to interrupt the movement of the system and make people go even more into debt, make taxpayers have to pay more, I just don't think it's right. I really don't. 833-212-1017. Do you agree with the Milwaukee County Transit System drivers for trying to strike right now? Should we find a way to do away with strong unions like this, or do we need to look to maybe privatize the bus system? 833-212-1017. I'll take your calls. I'll take your texts. I'll read your comments on 1017 The Truth on YouTube. But this is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. Let me get a drink of water before we go in some more.
You are listening to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch Truth to Power every weekday from noon to 1 p.m.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Truth Nation, you already know I got to put you on the latest hookup at Nicavanis, and this one is big. All month long during July, Nicavanis is running their buy one, get one for a penny sale. That's right. Grab one item and get another one for just 1 cent. We're talking top-tier fashion like suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more that will have you stepping out looking sharp and turning heads. Some exclusions may apply, but the deal is real and only happening for the month of July. So don't wait and pull up to Nicavanis on the second floor of Mayfair Mall and level up your wardrobe while this deal lasts.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I've got to share that I am also a beneficiary of the Old National Bank Empowerment Loan Program. So, Tracy, with that being said, what is the Empowerment Loan Program?
Great. Well, the Empowerment Loan Program is a special purpose loan program that we launched 2 years ago. It has been a success. It was something, again, near and dear to the heart of not only our chairman and CEO, but just our organization as a whole. We work with contractors, consulting firms, retail food operations, daycares. In fact, so far, we've approved $50 million of loans to minority and women-owned businesses within a 2-year period.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
1, 2, 3, ho!
One call, that's all, with Gruber Law Office. If you or a loved one is ever injured in an accident, do not hesitate to make one call, that's all, and Gruber Law Offices will take care of the rest. I'm telling y'all, when I got into an accident, my back was hurt, and I called the insurance company. They said, oh, what back? What accident? They never got back to me. So then I called Gruber Law Offices, and they really took care of me. So if you or a loved one is ever injured, make one call, that's all, to Gruber Law Offices today, and they will take great care of you. Call them today at 414-276-6666. That's 414-276-6666, or visit them at gruber-law.com. And always remember, you never pay a penny until they win your case. Get with the winning team today with Gruber Law Offices. 833-212-1017. On the other side, I was talking about the pending strike of bus drivers with Milwaukee County Transit System. I think this is bad timing with the fact that the bus system that they work for doesn't have money. They're running a deficit of $10.9 million. So where do they think this additional money is going to come from? I'm not trying to tell people don't ask for a raise. Go ahead and do that, but we have to be logical with the approach. Maybe we should focus on better security, investing in better security for bus drivers in the bus, focus on not losing $4 million in people coming on the bus when they're not paying their actual fee, before we talk about getting raises that they just don't have. Maybe y'all do a shorter contract this time. But 833-212-1017, Jeff said, don't say I support this, I support that, but ... All right, Jeff. And Stacy said, what is the protocol for a bus rider that gets on without paying? That's what I want to know. I'm right there with you, Stacy. Nikki in Milwaukee, you'll be our last call for today. What are your thoughts on this conversation?
Man, it's all I'm gonna say is this: the city of Milwaukee, they've been showing out. They've been showing out when it comes to all this money coming up missing, nobody being held accountable, And I mean, bus drivers, they deal with a lot out here on these buses besides the fare. So I don't blame them on wanting to raise. And you're right, it's just bad timing with everything right now. This is just crazy.
No, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I'm right there with you, Nikki. Again, I'm not knocking, saying that. Well, I am knocking. I'm not saying I don't want people to be able to earn more money, but I'm saying at this point in time, if they had me vote on it, I'm voting no, because I don't want my tax dollars to go towards that. Not at this point in time. Absolutely not. This is not the time and place to be asking for a raise when y'all company isn't fiscally sound. Because all it's going to do is put a burden on the taxpayers' back, which that's what's happening in the city of Milwaukee. Now, lastly, before we go, I do want to mention this. I'll be remiss if I did not mention this. Today is the funeral for the fallen officer that lost his life in the sad, I would say, murder of the officer. And more news came out about the situation for the fallen officer. And I just want to say that the fact that people talk about good guys with a gun, well, the good guy with the gun in this situation was shot and he was killed. And I think we need to have a bigger conversation talking about Kendall Corder and how he was killed. He was killed because a gentleman got into an incident previously before. And within that incident, instead of being, civilized individuals that, talk it out, maybe sometimes throw some fists, whatever it is, confront people. This individual decided that they need to get a gun to protect himself. And according to reports, when the police arrived at the scene, he didn't realize he was shooting at the police. But the issue I have with that is the fact that he said he didn't realize he was shooting at the police, said witnesses. But the fact that he shot at anybody, the fact that he had a gun and was so willing to not see somebody have a gun ready to shoot at him, but to shoot and kill people that he thought were potentially after him, trying to find him over a disagreement that they had. I just think that is the sad part of this story as well. Now, Officer Corder's funeral is today, and I send love to his family and as best wishes I can to his family and to the Milwaukee Police Department. But there just needs to be a bigger conversation about the gun, because everybody talks about the good guy with the gun can save the day, but we had good guys with guns both get shot. So at a certain point, we got to start talking about the gun being the problem, because good guys ain't going to win all the time. This isn't a movie. This ain't Batman. This ain't Superman. This is real life. And unfortunately, just like the family of Kendall Corder and the families of many other victims of violence in the city of Milwaukee, their loved ones aren't coming back, and we got to do something about it. And with that being said, Truth Nation, I want you to join us tomorrow. Go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up to join us tomorrow to shed light on some of the senseless violence that is happening in our community. Thank you so much to 1MKE. We are 1MKE for supporting and sponsoring this event and wanting to be there with us and march with us as we try to amplify our voices to shed light on some of the terrible things that are happening in our community. So we want you to join us tomorrow from Victory Over Violence Park. Registration starts at 9. The walk starts at 10. I hope that y'all can join us tomorrow again, the Victory Over Violence Park. If you don't sign up, you can still come. I hope to see y'all tomorrow, at least 9:30 a.m. to get ready to walk against violence. Thank you to MPD for supporting us in this as well. And thank you to Cousin Subs for providing food for tomorrow. Thank y'all, Truth Nation, for listening today and all week. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for listening. The Tory Lowe Show is up next. Peace out. I will see y'all next week. Thank y'all.
Truth Nation. Unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please